Welcome to it. Fan View is back. My name is Mitch Matyana. As always, hanging out with you every single week to discuss all your favorite Premier League football teams. And of course, this week we've got two of our major fans in Bethel, who's a fantastic Manchester United fan, and of course, Alan, who supports Chelsea. Gentlemen, we've had an interesting international break, but listen, our eyes have been on the club football with all the crazy transfers happening, and now we might even see some of those new transfer play in the Premier League this season. First, I'm going to start off with you, Bethel. Manchester City, there was some interest in Cristiano Ronaldo, but your rivals at the end managed to get through, and now he's back. How are you feeling, and what dynamic does this bring to the Manchester derby?
Thank you so much. First of all, I'm very happy that club football is back. For Manchester United legend Cristiano Ronaldo, he decided to go home instead of coming to the real home. Remember at the Euros, England wanted to take the trophy back home. But Italy came and took the trophy back to the real home. So we called him to the real home, the blue side of Manchester, but he refused our offer. That's nice. We still have a formidable side. We still have 100 million man, Jack Grealish, the birthday guy. So we're still buzzing. Remember, we're talking about the champions, and we should talk about them with respect.
There we go. Now, as you know, Alan, Manchester United will be taking on Newcastle this weekend, and a lot of people are excited to see the return of CR7. I mean, I've got stats here that says, he has scored 48 hat tricks in all competitions in his career, and his first hat trick was actually against Newcastle back in January 2008. So it's a full circle moment for him. Do you think he is the guy that Manchester United need to beat the rest of the teams to that Premier League trophy?
Hi, Mitch. Thank you for having me today. If you look at the States, the best there's always been. So I'm sure he's going to bring in that positivity that they've been missing. I would say Manchester United was all about youngsters of late, and having someone of his experience and quality, I think they're going to be I'm sure it will also bring a lot of eyes on the Premier League in general, so it's awesome to have him back. I mean, we welcome the competition, so yes, it's awesome to have him back, and I'm sure Manchester United will make more fruits out of him.
And I want to ask you the same question, Bethel. I mean, I know it is your rivals, but at some point, as a football fan, you always keep an eye on your rivals, because as they say, keep your friends close, but you keep your enemies even closer. And for you, on the other side of the city, Manchester United have already expressed their feelings in terms of, not signing that defensive midfielder that they need. Fred might be out this weekend because of, obviously, the international travel rules. At the end of the day, looking at this big marquee signing, who's a huge player, who's contributed, I mean, he holds most of the world records, plus recently breaking the international record. Is he what Manchester United need?
I think commercial-wise, he's a good addition. Marketing-wise, he's also a good addition for the Premier League and for the team. For Manchester United, is a good addition because he's the team's legend, and coming home is what the fans have longed for since 2009. So I think is good for them. But for the game, for the improvement, I think he will only help in improving the young lads that Manchester United have. He will bring back the winning mentality. It's been 4 years since Manchester United lifted the trophy, not even a kitchen cup. So I think he will bring back I think he will only bring back the winning mentality. But a man at 36, this is the Premier League, not the Italian Serie A, not the Spanish La Liga. We're talking about the Premier League, where we have the best legs, where the media will be on him. Let's say he plays 3 games and has a below par performance, the media will clash with him. Will the fans still be happy? So I think for the fans, for the excitement, for the entertainment, for the winning mentality, for the improvements, he will improve the younger lads. But then I don't think the Manchester United actually strengthened the position they needed. They needed a good defensive midfielder. who can sit in front of the back four comfortably. So I think they did, marketing wise, they did well, but then for the improvement to the team, let's keep our fingers crossed as the season unfolds. Let's see how it goes.
You just never know how the Premier League might go. And another gentleman that was actually linked to Bethel's club, Manchester City, is of course Harry Kane, who's chosen to stay in Tottenham. We don't know the full reasoning and everything that happened behind that potential transfer. But looking at Spurs right now, after 3 games, they looking good and they sting pretty. Now they're going to be taking on a Crystal Palace who is struggling, under Patrick Vieira, who's looking to turn things down. But a worrying stat, Alan, is that their target man, Wilfred Zaha, has faced Spurs more often without registering a single goal or assist. And that's terrifying stat to hear, especially with how defensive-minded Tottenham has been under Nuno over the past 3 games. So what's your thoughts, Alan?
It's a point that players are going to have to watch out for. I said it's a fact. Spurs are going to have to fast he's hungry to register, to have all their the ducks in the rows, especially when it comes to reckon with, and like you rightfully mentioned, we don't know what happened to Harry Kane's move. I'm sure he's wounded. I'm sure everyone would like to play for the Champions. So I'm not sure if he's going to be in the best of his forms that we know, So Crystal Palace could capitalize on this. They could be the guys that will actually stop them this season for the first time. So it's going to be a very good clash. I'm looking forward to that game. It's one way I know we're going to have a thrilling match. Yeah.
Now I want to stay in North London with Spurs' rivals Arsenal. Bethel, you guys played them, and of course you outclassed them. Granit Xhaka getting the red card, and of course you guys were in cruise control throughout that game. Now they play Norwich, sitting at the bottom of the league, and this is big Arsenal Football Club. They've made the most signings. They spent rather the most money in this transfer window, but they're just looking for that 3 points in order to actually get their name and points on the board. How important is this game against Norwich, Bethel?
You don't wish to ask me about that because I'll be raw on it and tell you the truth. For me, I call it a relegation derby. Is a game where the 19th and the 20th. It's a game where the 19th and the 20th placed teams and the Premier League are actually fighting for who will take home the 19th position. Yeah, anyone who comes out top 6 on the 19th position, except other results favor them. So for Arsenal is a big team, a very, very strong side. Talking about history, but on current form, Arsenal, like I said weeks before, are just an ordinary team now. The Norwich can actually come out and still defeat Arsenal the way we saw Brentford did. Making the most number of signings, spending the most number of money doesn't actually bring the cohesion, the chemistry for a team, doesn't get the team the winning they need. I once told an Arsenal fan that the team are just only signing players because the fans are demanding for signings. Why not go for quality? City spend 100 million on a player, and oh my, if you watch Jack Grealish over the games he's played for City, you will see there's difference between quality and quantity. So this team just went ahead and kept getting everything in the market, not minding where and who they're getting. So for the Arsenal team, even the Arsenal fans are no longer happy. Someone once told Arsenal player Saka and told him he should enjoy the moment when he scored for England because he's not getting the happiness in the club side. So for us now, I don't think even Arsenal fans are looking out for their game again. They are really poor at the moment.
Well, unfortunately, we managed to lose Alan, but we're going to stick on this, Bethel. Looking at Arsenal as a whole, I think They have, as you said, they're a big club. They've got a huge following around the world. Everybody knows they're the only club that has an invincible trophy, and that holds weight to some regard. But what do you think they need to do? I mean, you look at this Arsenal side under Mikel Arteta, and then you also look at the Chelsea side under Frank Lampard, where it was also a group of young players coming through. But of course, they managed to turn things around and perhaps, get to the heights of where they needed to, but they changed their manager. So what's the process? Do you think they should trust in Arteta's plan? There's an idea, there's something there, or should, fans just figure out a different way or just be more patient when it comes to the state of football?
Yeah, thank you so much. Like I will always say, they need quality, but then the quality should start from the manager, the coaching staff. Let them get a quality manager that can actually convince top players to join the team, even without any European football. Once happened to it once happened to City. It took the quality of Roberto Mancini to convince and get the likes of Yaya Toure, David Silva, Company, Aguero to City that changed fortunes. It happened to Manchester United after Sir Alex Ferguson left. They needed that top manager. They brought Mourinho. Just Mourinho brought back big players. So I think first, they don't have any European competition at the moment, and it will be hard to convince top players to abandon their teams where they play top European football. So they need a quality manager, and then they should spend the cash. That's the truth. You get a top player, you pay them well. Get a good quality manager. I would suggest, if I'm an Arsenal fan, I would suggest Conte. Yeah, he's free at the moment. So if they can get such quality, I think the team will get back to where it belongs. Or bring back Arsene Wenger, but I doubt if it's possible at the moment.
Now, I want to jump into your team. Of course, you guys, I think this is probably the pick of the clashes this weekend, is obviously Manchester United taking on Leicester. It's going to be, the round 2 of that Community Shield game. And it seems like Leicester is your bogey team. I've got a stat here that says that, of the last 11 league games, there hasn't been a single draw between Manchester City and Leicester. And of course, Leicester winning 4 and Manchester City winning 7. Are you nervous about this game?
As a City fan, I always say that Leicester have been a thorn in City's flesh. They've always been a hard nut to crack for City. Check the results of last season, coming to Etihad to defeat us 5-2, defeating us at the Community Shield. They've always been a hard nut to crack. But then going by the stats and going by the quality of Manchester City at the moment, I think we're confident in this and we can get through it. This fixture last season at the King Power Stadium, City came out top 2-0, goals by Mendy and Fernandinho. In 2019-2020 season, yes, at the King Power Stadium, City came out top 1-0. So I think City are confident going into this one, though we have 2 key players possibly out of the game at the moment. Gabriel Jesus and Ederson out of the game at the moment, but come what may, City have the quality to defeat the Leicester City side.
And that must be a struggle. I mean, because we already spoke about it during the transfer window where Manchester City was out and out going for a striker. I mean, you went in for the Harry Kane bid, went in for the CR7 bid, but it looks like, your one striker that you had was Gabriel Jesus, and he might be out for this game. And then you start, looking at Ferran Torres, who's had a great international break for Spain, contributing there. Could you perhaps see him playing that number 9 or that false 9 role going to the weekend?
Yeah, I was going to come there because for the 3 games we've played in the Premier League this season, Ferran Torres has really been our starting, has been the top striker for City this season. The first game against Spurs, he started as a striker. Against Norwich, the 5-0, he started as a striker. The last game against Arsenal, he started as a striker, though he started with Gabriel Jesus. Jesus started from the right hand side, while he started at the centre forward. So I believe Pep has other ideas. I still believe at the moment we can still bank on the academy players. So it's a chance for them to experience first team. They may not be hugely involved, but then sitting on the bench and seeing what it means to actually play top flight football will help them. Then we can bank on the current form of Ferran Torres, like you actually said. He also scored for Spain during the international break. So I think
Yeah.
it's a very big disadvantage for us that we couldn't get the deal for Harry Kane or Ronaldo done because we needed that centre forward. But then we'll still keep banking on Ferran Torres or likely Kevin De Bruyne or Phil Foden filling up a false nine position like Pep has always done.
And now we move over. Obviously, Chelsea also in action this week. They're going to be taking on, Danny Ings' Villa. They've definitely been the high. Dean Smith has been doing some amazing work when it comes to Chelsea. Alan is back on the stream. Thank you. And this is a perfect moment, Alan, because we're chatting Chelsea and your boys. How are you feeling in this Villa game? Do you think Chelsea can get it over the line against, an Aston Villa team that looks very organized right now?
We are very much in good form. Our boys played quite well over the international break. So taking nothing away from Villa, they've got a very good side. Danny Ings is having an awesome time of his career right now. Their midfield is quite awesome. Nakamba and a few others, We won't take anything away from them. But man, Chelsea, we are strong. We are stronger. Our midfield is looking sharp. A stat I just went through earlier today is that we are on our 599th league win, man. If we win this one, we're gonna be the second team ever to win 600 matches, and why would we not want to take this one home? It was unfortunate we lost a few points last week, the previous week, due to the red card on Reece James, of course. So we do have some recovering to do, and if we want to be title contenders, when teams like Villa come our way, we need to thrash them and make a statement. So I'm confident. I'm sure Tuchel has got a very good game plan for this one, and I'm hoping for the best, man. I'm hoping we can take this one home.
There we go. And also, Liverpool taking on the Leeds this weekend. Now, when it comes to Liverpool, they have lost just one of their 9 away league games against Leeds, losing 4-3 in November 2000. And when you look at the Leeds, you see, a lot of heart, spirit, a unit, because they move as one from the first minute all the way to the 90th. They don't stop running. What do Liverpool need to do in order to get the 3 points when they play against Leeds, Bethel?
I think this Leeds United are one of the strong teams, one of the strongest opponents you can face in the Premier League as of now. Yeah, last season that was the first fixture of Liverpool. The game had 7 goals. Yeah, 4-3 in favor of Liverpool. So this Leeds side is good. Still not forgetting that the City couldn't defeat the Leeds side last season. The first leg ended in the 1-1 draw. The second leg they defeated City 2-1. So I think Liverpool should give their A game tomorrow to actually come out on top against the Leeds side, because this Leeds side is so strong. The chemistry, the cohesion of this team, then coupled with the quality of Kevin Phillips and the middle of the park for the team. So I think then with Bamford getting the goals in front, the Leeds side is very good. But if Liverpool give their A game, being a top side, but I'm not actually rooting for Liverpool to win. No, I'm supporting Leeds United at the moment.
How about you, Alan? I mean, when we look at Marcelo Bielsa's side, we all know them for the spur in the heart. And I mean, as Bethel mentioned, players like Calvin Phillips, who've been in the English setup. Oh, we lost Alan there. But you've mentioned like the likes of Calvin Phillips, Patrick Bamford in there, Halder Costa, and also they're going to be out with the magic man, Rafinha, who's going to be sitting out this game. What do Leeds need to do, Bethel, in order to get that 3 points against Liverpool? I know it's going to be tough, seeing that if Liverpool's in the A game, they'll might walk away with that 3. But what do you think Leeds need to do in order to stop them?
One thing I've learned about the Leeds side is that they don't even sit back against the top teams. They always come out to attack. They play beautiful football against whichever side. Yeah, always they play beautiful football. That's why they score lots of goals. So I think they should strike first. Let them get the first goal. Then at the second half, they can actually sit back and defend. Why attack Liverpool? So the league sides with the few qualities they have, because they have wonderful players, but then I think their strength lies in their cohesion and their chemistry, the passion the players play with. They give their all there, coupled with Rafinha coming from the flanks and Bamford banking the goals for them. I think they should actually go for the first goal, because if they allow this Liverpool side, the hungry Liverpool side, to score first, it will be a big burden to them to equalize. So if they can actually get the first goal, they can now sit back and defend. For me, I think it will help them get at least a point.
Well, there we go. That's been Fan View, going through some of the big six clashes that's happening this weekend. Let us know what you think your team is going to be doing in the comment section below. And of course, just keep an eye out on our social pages, because you could be like Bethel and Alan and join me right here on Fan View to discuss your team. Bethel, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a fantastic Friday, and best of luck to Manchester City. And of course, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for wishing us well, because we're getting the whole 3 points tomorrow. Thank you.